Well, I do have to start us out with these guys who are getting a nice meal yesterday here in Colorado Springs. Thanks, Pete, for sharing this one on Twitter. So the grass green enough probably from the sprinklers in that yard to provide a little snack, but generally we have not had much of a green up this year. It's been really hard to come by any moisture, and that's why we have had this relentless fire danger. So all week long, we had red flag warnings, high wind, extremely low humidity. We're going to have one more day of fire danger before things calm down a bit, finally. So today we'll have humidity as low as 6%, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. In general, things are already starting dry. We're at 11% humidity in the Springs, 14% in Canyon City. Slightly better humidity on the eastern plains. It'll be good enough to allow the eastern plains to be spared from red flag warnings today. In terms of wind, right now it's about 5 to 15 miles per hour, and those winds will gradually pick up today. They'll gust up to about 25 miles per hour for the I-25 corridor. Into our mountains, it'll gust more like 30 miles per hour. And again, our red flag warnings cover I-25 and our mountain zones today. So for the High Park fire that's burning in Teller County, do expect still that activity to increase today and smoke to be issued or smoke to be released from this fire, but also we'll get a fair amount of smoke from a prescribed burn near Aspen. So Teller County, you are under an air quality alert today because of the smoke that will be filtered in from both of those fires. Now, temperature-wise, we're in the 40s, 50s, and 60s to start the day. Not too bad as you're waking up. This afternoon is going to be really comfortable to the 70s and 80s across southern Colorado. So I talked about some relief in sight, and this is a view of our humidity over the next 5 days. So at 15%, kind of a line right here, that is where red flag warnings go into place. We are going to spend a lot of time above that threshold next week. Thank goodness. So even though we're going to be breezy and warm next week, we'll maybe only have 1 or 2 days with red flag warnings. One of those days being today. Tomorrow, no red flag warnings. It's going to be a mild day, and we're looking forward to the eclipse happening between 8 and midnight. It will peak at 10. Should be in the 60s for that, so quite comfortable. Then into the rest of the week, we're looking warm for this time of year. For Pueblo, 80s this weekend. By tomorrow, if you're going to view the lunar eclipse, it's going to be really, really cool. It will peak at around 10 p.m. Between 9:30 and 11, you'll have this full blood red moon. It's going to be really neat. Low 90s expected for Monday, Tuesday of next week. Canyon City, breezy, dry, 80s for you for the next week ahead. And then finally for Woodland Park, 70s all week long. And I do see a slight chance of a shower Monday, but not a huge chance of that. Just higher humidity overall will be a benefit to us.
You know, it's one of those things where I think about previous summers and our beautiful mountain backdrop, and it just disappears in this smoke. Are you concerned about smoke for folks outside today?
Yes, especially for Teller County. And I mean, you kind of spoke to the fire years. I do think this summer is going to be one of those years that we are just smoky horizon every day.
So, I mean, folks want to get out, but what would be your advice if they're getting out, when it might be time to come in?
If you smell smoke, if it's especially apparent, just go inside. That's the best thing you can do.